Right now, your brain is running a program it will only ever play once. You won't get to rehearse it. And when it finally runs, in your final minutes, it may be the most intense experience of your entire life. And science is only just beginning to figure out what actually happens in there. It's the one experience guaranteed for every person who has ever lived, and the one nobody can truly describe, because the only people who know aren't here to tell us. For almost all of history, the final minutes were a sealed black box. But in the last decade, a few accidental recordings pried it open, and what they found is stranger, and, weirdly, gentler, than you might fear. That we used to assume the heart stops, the lights go out, and that's it. Instant nothing. But the brain doesn't run on a simple switch. When your heart stops pumping, your brain doesn't get the message right away. It runs on the last of the oxygen in your blood and keeps working for a brief window. Consciousness usually slips away within about 10 to 20 seconds. But slipping away isn't the same as switching off, because in those seconds, the dying brain does something nobody expected. Instead of powering down, it lights up. Researchers at the University of Michigan measured the brains of rats at the moment of cardiac arrest. They expected the activity to flatten. Instead, they recorded a surge, a burst of organized, high-frequency gamma waves, the kind tied to conscious awareness and vivid memory. By that measure, the dying brain looked more awake than normal. Then, in 2022, it happened in a human, by accident. An 87-year-old man was having his brain monitored with an EEG when he suddenly died, mid-recording. And there it was, the same gamma surge, in a pattern resembling memory recall and dreaming. It raised a haunting possibility that as we die, the brain may replay our memories. Your life flashing before your eyes, maybe with a real signal behind it. And it wasn't a one-off. A 2023 study found similar surges in dying patients, and resuscitation research has caught organized brain activity surprisingly deep into CPR. Now, the honest caveat: these are tiny studies, and brain activity isn't the same as proven experience. We can't ask someone what they felt. So this isn't settled science. But the old assumption that the brain instantly blinks off appears to be wrong. And here's the part that stays with you. Evidence suggests hearing may be one of the last senses to fade. In a 2020 study, the brains of dying, unresponsive patients still responded to sound, even in their final hours, even when they seemed completely gone. Think about that. Someone who can no longer move or respond may still be hearing the room. It's why people who care for the dying say the same thing: keep talking to them. Say what you need to say. In your final minutes, instead of snapping into darkness, your brain may do something extraordinary. One last, organized surge, possibly reaching for your most important memories, while the voices around you still get through. No one can promise it's peaceful. But the picture science is sketching isn't a cold, instant nothing. It looks like the brain doing one last, vivid, deeply human thing. That program is still in there. Here's a related mystery: why your brain refuses to let you remember the first years of your life at all. That one's on screen now.